Hi Capricorn, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your 2022 Tarot Predictions. This is a tarot reading for all Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thank you to all of you for your support throughout the year and a half that I've been doing this on YouTube. I love tarot. I've been reading tarot for over 30 years. It's part of who I am, and I can't do this without you. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you, I love you, and I send you my energy every day. We're connected at this point, so we'll keep doing it. And if you are new here, welcome to you. I post new readings every Friday, then again on Monday. So if a reading doesn't resonate, don't ever try to force it. Come back in a couple of days and watch a new reading. You could also look around on the Monday readings because the style is different every week. So this week, this is a reading I only do once a year. But other weeks, there's a love reading, there's a pick a card reading, and then every quarter I do a 4-month predictive style reading. And if you like tarot and you like the channel, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to Higher Source Tarot. All right, what advice do you have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the year of 2022? What does Capricorn need to know, please? For their best and highest good. Okay, here we go. So we'll start with the tarot. We'll go month by month. Then we'll have an Angel Answers Oracle card reading and a special message from Louise Hay. So you begin January with the Knight of Cups. February, you've got the 5 of Cups. March, you have the Ace of Wands, and then you have the 4 of Cups in April. You've got the 8 of Wands in May, the 10 of Cups in June, the Hermit is in July, and the 9 of Pentacles in August. You've got the Sun in September, the Wheel of Fortune in October, the Fool in November, and the Knight of Pentacles in December. Well, I tell you what, it's going to be a great year, but boy, as you head into 2023, you're going to know who you are, and you're going to know where you are going for sure. So you've got kind of a mix of energy beginning really here, but it's nothing, it's nothing to be scared off about. It's just sort of an adjustment period, I feel. So you have with this Virgo, you've got Leo here, you've got all the fixed signs, you've got fire, water, earth, okay? And in here, you've got an interesting mix, don't we? So we love the Empress. The Empress is pure love. Now you do have 5 major arcana and an ace, so you definitely have some movement forward. The Empress is all about luxury. She's the female creator of the material world. So anything is at your fingertips in this energy. When you're in the Empress energy, people will be attracted to you, period. But it's also fun situations. Again, she loves luxury and being pampered and relaxing. And so it's like going out and having a great dinner somewhere or going on vacation to a place that feels rich and luxurious and being able to afford it too, okay? So she's not just putting money on credit cards and not being able to afford what she's doing. It is an energy of, like I said, of creation. And she is the mother of the tarot. And so for some of you, it can be an indication of fertility if that's what you're asking about. The Knight of Swords here has a real eagerness to move forward. And so with that King of Wands, I like the King of Wands because he's got a little more mature energy, better direction, better directed energy. The Wands are all about new energy, enterprise, growth, renewal, but directing ideas in a way, using will in the right way, okay? Whereas the swords, this Knight of Swords can be a little careless with free will. The King of Wands, no, he knows who he is, and he's a great charismatic leader. So I feel like with the energies here, it's all about stepping into a leadership role, and it may just be being the leader of your own life, making decisions that are moving you forward. That Knight of Swords, though, it is a little bit of a restless energy. So for some of you, the Hermit shows up just to get you back to center. The 4 of Cups, too, to an extent, it's like that meditation, going within, staying connected to who you really are and staying true to yourself. Because I think the biggest injustice that we live is when we do not stay true to ourselves, right? When we get in relationships with people we know are liars and we make excuses, those kinds of things. It's all about staying true to yourself and moving towards the direction of your goals. So with January, you've got a nice, lovely entrance here with the Knight of Cups. The Knights do have good intentions, even the Knight of Swords, even though he can be a bit aggressive. Again, I feel like there's a fervor there. It's more of like an energy of just wanting to move forward. You've got 3 knights here. Knights are of service. They are, societally oriented, and, they're powers and aspects of each suit, okay? The tools that can be used. So in this case, this is the card of the visualizer. So some of you, as you kick off January, you're seeing what you want in the first person reality. Sometimes people get confused by this and they think it's a screen on a movie. I would lean more towards the Neville Goddard teachings, that you see it through your own eyes and you bring in all those sensory experiences, all the tones of reality with this, like it's actually happening, because that's how you impact your subconscious. And if you're saying, well, why does my subconscious matter? Well, what you're manifesting is found in the subconscious. So look around you, look at your relationships, your finances, all those kinds of things. That will give you an indication of what your subconscious beliefs are. So with the Knight of Cups here, it's bringing in a commitment. It's bringing in a commitment and love for sure, and your deepest heart's desires coming forward here. There's wealth here too, though. And even though you have the 10 of Cups, which is generally the happy family card, it is subjective. We'll get to that in a couple of months from now. Just kidding. But clearly in the reading, it's a few months from now. But anyway, with the Knight of Cups, you're creating a reality here, but it's drawing in a person. There's somebody here who's definitely going to be in love with you. There's passion here. It's romantic. It's a wonderful relationship that moves forward, and it may not pick up until the spring. Okay, but I do feel like you're manifesting it. It's almost like you set the stage back here. They show up down here somewhere. So with the 5 of Cups, keep your head up. The 5 of Cups is an energy of change. It can be something disappointing that happened. So for some of you, sometimes we start the year off like gangbusters. And when something doesn't happen exactly as we think, we go, oh God, this spiritual law stuff doesn't work. I've been trying this forever and it never works. And part of why people get into that attitude is that they believe it won't. It's kind of like gravity. Gravity always works. We never question it. I never say, well, I'm going to use the law of gravity to stay on the ground. You're not using the laws. They're always at work. It's just aligning with them. So the law of attraction, or some people call it vibrational attraction, it's always at work. You get what you are. And so we don't want to stay in this energy. If there's something disappointing, meditation can be your best friend to get you back to center. There's many spiritual teachers who talk about this, that have taught meditation and spiritual practices for decades. I mean, these people are millionaires doing this stuff, right? They've gotten the material gains out of it too. And they talk about, look, flights get delayed for them all the time. They're traveling the world. And the difference between them and somebody who's not very spiritually fit is they get back to center. So with this, it's all about getting back to center. And here's the big rebound in March. The Ace of Wands comes in, and it's a new passion. I do feel like you're going to meet somebody new here if you're not in a relationship. If you are in one, again, I don't necessarily see a breakup with that 5 of Cups because it's so minor in the reading. It's almost like the reinvigoration here. The Ace of Wands is something you've always wanted. For some of you, it could be reconciliation because this does represent an apology. It's an olive branch. But I don't see a lot of cards here for that. I feel like the new person would be is stronger within the reading, okay? But with the Ace of Wands, it's a new chapter beginning for you, and it brings in abundance, it brings in passion. Whatever you start here, if it's a new hobby, if you decide to take up a racket sport, if you decide to take up running, anything like that, I don't care if it's poetry and reading, going into coffee shops and doing live performances, you'll be passionate about it. There's a real pull here, whatever it is. And a new job too, though, because you definitely have gains in wealth showing up starting in like September, August, probably more like August. You're willing to put in the work. A lot of very successful people will talk about, financially successful, will talk about how they wake up at 4 a.m. They like to get started. They can't wait to get started. It's quiet then. They can do their work. It's that kind of energy where you wake up every day and say, you know what, something cool is going to happen to me today. I feel like for some of you, you get very focused in April. And the Four of Cups, maybe people who are interested in dating you, but I think your focus is going to be more on work and money in this area. I feel like the love comes in just a little bit later. With the Four of Cups, though, it is an energy of not seeing opportunities and offers. Now, what is meant for you will not miss you. So we don't want to freak out by this and go, oh my God, I missed them. They were here. I didn't see it. Now I'll never meet them again. It's like being ready for something. There's something about this in April where you're not quite ready. You've got other things you're still trying to do. I liken it to, I have 2 adult children who can both drive and have cars. It would be like when they were 5 years old, giving them the keys to the car and going, hey, there's this really productive thing called a car, and you can drive it around, and it's going to be convenient and fun. And you know what, how calamitous that would be, because they wouldn't be ready for it at 5 years old. It's kind of like that. You're not quite ready for it here because you've got some other things you're focused on. Some of you, it could be the physical body too, with that Ace of Wands. But into May here, you've got communication and the arrows of love. So even if you do some kind of a 28-day challenge or a 6-week fitness challenge, if it's the physical body that you're working on, and that's why there's some sort of closed off energy there, it opens up here in May. The Eight of Wands brings everything forward. Brace yourself for change. This may be where you meet somebody, but it feels exciting, exhilarating, and it's the arrows of love. Eights are rhythm and vibration. So again, you attract what you are. You don't get anything that's not a match. So sometimes when we say, God, I attracted this person who was a real predator, or that might be a little strong, but they really took advantage of me. They matched us. They didn't take advantage of us. Somewhere inside, we had a lower vibrational resonance with them, unfortunately. This is high vibration. This is matching somebody in a place that moves forward, and it's unity. It's moving forward in a place of fun, and it's like a whirlwind romance starting up here. So into June, you're going to have a nice summer because you got nice balance, but you've also got this manifesting energy. We love the 10 of Cups. It's celebration. They've got their arms open wide to the universe. Allow yourself to be anything, Capricorn, because you can have it all. This is one of those things too where it's very subjective. So it can be things like moving into a new house with that Eight of Wands, and the focus in the Four of Cups that we talked about is about moving, and you're going, I'm not dealing with anybody until I'm all moved. I'm not doing it. That kind of thing. And then they show up because you're not focused on the desire, and it's like, damn it. But the universe does have perfect timing, so we allow it. But with the 10 of Cups, this also too, for some of you, may indicate over the summer, you have nice interactions with your family, with your friends. Maybe there's a little boating, there's getting out, there's doing fun things together. But either way, it's that rainbow after a storm. So it's the good stuff that we're calling into us. In terms of, too, with this, they celebrate and appreciate. They're very aware of it. It's a little different than 10 of Pentacles, where they're unaware of the Pentacles. Here, you've got great awareness. So if you want to call things forward and accelerate this stuff, be in appreciation. Even if you've got a lot of clutter in your environment, you can look at it and change the perspective and say, boy, I manifested a lot of stuff. My God, did I pull this stuff forward into my awareness, and recognize your own potency. So into July here, we've got the Hermit, and we love the Hermit. The Hermit's a shaman. It's your highest self guiding you through this earth school. Sometimes we call this an earth gym because we're working on our spiritual fitness here. But with this, there's a reliance on the inner self. It's quieting the mind. It's working on that meditation. I see somebody doing yoga. It's all those practices, and you'll do what you're ready for spiritually, okay? Sometimes we start off with things like devotion because the heart is open, and we move into more complex and esoteric and even mystical practices because the mind becomes open and we can see that those are real. And so it's in that energy that you may find you do kind of, go into some of those more hermetic teachings or ancient teachings, and it gives you great wisdom. Now, it's also too an energy of disconnecting from society but not humanity. Again, I keep seeing this water. I feel like somebody has a getaway somewhere, maybe to a lake house or something where you can turn the phone off, get off the grid for a weekend, and just feel normal. Just feel like a human being, without all this electronic energy pulsing through your body. But with this, the Hermit tells you, know thyself, because when you know yourself, you know the universe. It's a wonderful energy to attract, quality people, relaxed, kind of zen, serene. There's serenity. And maybe that's why I keep seeing the energy of water. There's serenity here coming into the summer. So with the Nine of Pentacles, this can be the single lady card, but I'm going to say you're not going to be single for long. It is a card of luxury and wealth, though. It's a card of abundance, prosperity. And so there's a nice mix between the spiritual and the physical here. And so with this, you have loyal people around you. You're meeting new people. She's having fun. There's no downside to this. She's not sad about a thing. And so with the nines, it's all about attainment, realization, goal accomplishments, and new beginnings. And so you may find here, around here with the Ten of Cups, if there was something you wanted to do that was material, like a move or a car or something like that, this is where you get it, okay? Because you definitely have enough money here. Or if it's travel for you going into the fall, somebody here, I see them in Europe, and you've got the money to do it. You might as well, right? As long as they're open to you. With the September, you've got the Sun. And the Sun is one of those energies where it's gains in every area. It's riches and wealth. It's confidence, but it's true joy and bliss. You have found your bliss here. So in terms of work, I don't see any huge changes. The Eight of Wands could deliver a change, but I definitely see money building. So if you've started some kind of enterprise is the word I hear by yourself, it's definitely building up energy. Now with the Sun, that's synergy. So the people you attract in this vibration, there's a synthesis between you. So in terms of a love relationship too, you've got such a strong energetic connection here. I mentioned earlier, it's very passionate, but there is almost like a telepathy thing going on here where you're in flow with each other. You know what the other person is thinking, and there's freedom here. He waves, that little child waves this banner of victory, and look at the scale. He's mighty. He's got power beyond his size, and that's you as you go into the fall and winter months. It's really there's like this dominion, they say, but it's a card too of being liberated. You've got a very free energy as we go into October and November too. I mean, you have it all the way through here. When we look at this, there's no downside to this. So with the Wheel of Fortune being here, it is it's a card of good fortune, fortunate events turning in your favor, okay? And if I switch the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune, I apologize. I don't think I did, but it's possible. Either way, they're both uplifters. Actually, I think this is right. Anyway, with the Wheel of Fortune, it is high vibrational stuff. Just like the energy of the Sun, it's like you've got momentum going because you have the Sun in the Fool card too. And there aren't very many cards that depict the Sun, so it is important when it shows up. It's new enterprise, it's new possibilities, and meeting all the right people. You're in alignment here, so you don't catch a bad break, especially if things felt restrictive in terms of a relationship too. It moves forward with a lot of momentum. But the Sphinx on the top, that upright Sphinx, it's like a representation that you'll be victorious, and no matter what happens around you, you've got this unconditional regard. And so you kind of just catch the bounce. If there's something that happens, you're easy about it. It doesn't turn cataclysmic. Everything around you has some order and momentum moving forward. So again, with this, it is a fortunate turn of events. It's bringing in all the right people, the right situations. And we love the Fool because the Fool is the soul in the seeker's journey, the hero's journey. In the major arcana, the Fool represents the soul, and all of the major arcana are the experiences that you have to go through to become whole, right? So the Fool is all about trust, enthusiasm, new beginnings. It's moving forward in a brand new way, and it's exhilaration. You feel alive here. Again, like we talked about with the Ace of Wands, you get up and say, something great's going to happen today. You're ready to face the world. It's the beginner's mind. So there's no judgment here. It's like a brand new experience where you don't have any fear. You've released all resistance. You know where you come from, though. You know your past experiences, but you don't live there. So in a relationship, too, I don't see it as a relationship where there's baggage from old relationships coming along for the ride. Who wants that? With the Fool, though, it can be a bit of an eccentric journey. He's like adventurous. So you may find you trying new things, especially if you're traveling, unusual cuisines. I almost said cuisines, whatever those are, cuisines, unusual things, but they're fun, and it's like, you feel alive. It's wonderful. So with December brings in the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles sometimes gets a bad rap for being stagnant. Yes, sometimes we have to give him a little push in the rear to get him going, but he is about long-term stability. He's all about the long-term plan. And I actually like it with the Fool energy, because the Fool can be a bit short-sighted and is all in the now. I mean, as far as mindfulness, the Fool is great. But in terms of saving for your retirement, the Fool is not so good. The Knight of Pentacles brings in that longevity, that movement forward. So let's see what the angels have to say here for you, Capricorn. It's going to be a great year ahead. You've got beautiful energies coming in, and it's all the way it takes you into 2023. So if 2022 is good, 2023 is going to be even better. So let's see here what the timeline is here. And then we'll get a message from Louise Hay. Okay, you've got the situation will improve. Well, I should say so. I mean, there's really nothing, there's no major conflict here. It's all about momentum if you believe. So ask, believe, receive. Look for a sign. The universe will show you the signs you're ready to handle, okay? So whether those are kind of like we talked about with the Hermit, what you're open to within the next few weeks, they say, and don't stop. Now, you've attracted this reading, so you were ready on some level to handle this, so this is a good thing. Now, this is from Louise Hay. I am creative. True. Honor your unique gifts. Think of 3 ways you could express your creativity today. Well, great things are on the way for you, Capricorn. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.